There's a lot of the Overwatch world that's just hidden in it. You don't know the story just yet, including some brand new characters. You know, in the background of Overwatch, you don't really, that's the only place where you can find the story. What is happening? What is Talon, you know, the bad guys? What is Overwatch? How do they fall apart? Who founded it, etc. And that's how we got introduced to a character named Diva initially, when pictures of her started popping up, or posters. I play to win. And that's happening now. So they've been sneaking in through updates. There's some there's only one character so far that's really been shown, and it's also been shown in a GameSpot video that was showing the makings of Overwatch from the ashes of Titan, which is what the game was originally going to be. So here we are. This is a screen in the office, and if you look closely, that is a sniper scope, and it's not Widowmaker's sniper scope. Someone else's. There's also another one later that shows a different looking character. It's wearing the same, it's doing the same pose as Widowmaker, but it's not Widowmaker. It's a female form. It appears to be this character who has been shown in the history of the game as being one of the founding members of Overwatch.
Yeah, that's Caitlyn from League of Legends.
She's Pharah's mother, Ana Amaria, and she, you know, they show like the early days with young Soldier 76, and they show, you know,
when he was just Soldier 25.
Oh, when he was young and hot.
Yeah.
And the founders of Overwatch in there, and that's described as her. There's also been some hidden files, and some of, for instance, there are newspaper articles scattered around Dorado and Route 66 that says, "¿Quién es Sombra?" Sombra means shadow in Spanish, and that's also hidden in Reaper's dialogue, where he says, "Where is Sombra when you need her?"
Yeah.
Which suggests that she's a part of Overwatch's enemy, Talon, which is kind of the villains group that Widowmaker and Reaper ostensibly work for. And there's been a severe lack of bad guys in this game, and there's also been a lack of defense and tank heroes, and that is where these three characters, yes, we have two more after this, could be plugged into.
Yeah, there's not a lot of villains that we knew were villains to start off with. We have since found out that both Bastion and Torbjorn, they're not necessarily villains, but anybody who plays as them is a villain.
A huge asshole.
They're a terrible person, and you know what you've done. And yes, you might win, but at the cost of your own soul.
Torbjorn is actually a founding member of Overwatch.
Torbjorn's fine if you have one, but when I'm attacking and you got two of them and you've got a Bastion, you're not human anymore, okay?
I don't think your play of the game counts if you do it as Bastion. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Maybe in tank form.
There's another character who seems to be a support sniper. Or maybe she's an AI character, and that is someone who you've already heard in the game, Athena. Athena is basically the announcer of Overwatch. She, if you watch the opening video, she's the one communicating with Winston while he's trying to send out the beacon call to everyone to come back.
Yeah.
She's an AI character, but she seems to have more to her than that. Here she is talking in the AI to Winston, and here's the most telling picture. There is an Omnic character in this group shot. She has the symbol of Athena on her head.
A lot of other people, too.
Well, I mean, you already know those characters, except for those, I guess, in the backpack.
Yeah, the backpack. So do people believe that she's the support sniper? I think it's an interesting idea. I mean, it would allow you to...
Well, she's support. I think definitely Sombra is a sniper. She may just be support, just regular support.
Yeah, look, I would love to have more tanks personally. I think that they have a nice mix of, like, if you like sniping, and especially the last few years, every game that's come out has to have a bow in it. Being able to choose between Hanzo and Widowmaker is certainly cool. I don't know if the game needs multiple more snipers, but...
Hanzo's not always a sniper.
No,
Neither is Widowmaker.
He's not really a sniper. It's more of like a railgun or something like that. But if you like to pick off and use accuracy and single shots to kill people,
you just want to send out
choices.
A huge dragon cannon at everyone, there you go.
Yeah, that charges every 25 seconds.
It's not fair. Anyway.
I'm more interested in more tanks. There's not a lot of like...
I have a tank for you.
Okay, let's see it.
This one has the least amount of support behind it, though.
Oh.
This is another character who was there for the beginning of the founding of Overwatch. His name is Liao, L-I-A-O.
Okay.
There's not very much info on it besides he was a founding member, and there isn't really room anywhere else except for the tank area. So it's suggested that they need a tank to round out the roster at this point.
Yeah, I think that they do. I think the fact that they put Zarya, who she is tanky. I get it, but a tank isn't just about being able to absorb damage. It's about disruption. It's about creating openings for your team.
I really don't
Reinhardt does that to some extent.
Yeah.
Roadhog does
I think
that.
D.Va is not a true tank either.
No, I don't think that D.Va is. She's a tanky harasser. She has some unique characteristics. The fact that she doesn't have to reload is certainly interesting. She's very mobile. I think Winston is arguably tankish, especially once he goes into his ultimate form. I would say that Roadhog is, to me, the most pure tank
and that's why
character.
you play him all the time?
He's the most pure character, and also
That's
you
why you're
are
so annoying with
pure
that
if
hook.
you play Roadhog.
No, you're not.
And obviously Reinhardt is a great tank
I love
as well.
Reinhardt. He is so fun.
Yeah, I'm not good as him. But I appreciate what he does. It's an important role, unless he's standing on the payload with a Bastion behind him on the payload. You know
In
what
that
you've
case,
done.
I hate you.
But the game does need more actual disruptive tanky champions.
Well, I mean, they said from the start they're going to add more heroes and for free, which is a nice addition because we've already paid the upfront cost for the game.
I agree. I would pay though. If they
You
wanted
would
to pay.
because you're a League of Legends player and you've probably dumped $1,000 into that game.
I do like, though, overall their strategy of seeding the game world with this info. Riot Games for League of Legends, they've been very good about putting out cool little teasers in comic form and story form and video form, even music videos. And that's cool, too, but being able to get an idea while you're running around and seeing stuff.
That's the only way you understand the story. Because
Exactly.
they didn't really explain the story. You just have to find clues.
Yeah.
You know?
In one of the maps, I saw a big sign that said Lucio in concert, so I'm holding out for that at the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
Let's break it down. Anyway, audience,
champ.
what do you think is going to happen with these new characters? I think we have Sombra the most likely and Liao the least likely because there's the least amount of supporting information. The other two at least have pictures. I'm just saying, would you play as them? Let us know below in the comments. And please like and subscribe for more. Thank you, John, for coming in.